The fifth prize is $200 gift certificate from Super Value. The sixth is $200 gift certificate from Kelly's. And the seventh is $100 gift certificate from Ruben's gas station.
So now, let me do my calculation. Law of probability.
Yeah.
So now, if I win the first prize, the second prize,
Yeah.
and the third prize,
Yeah.
I could make an investment here and I could win $3,500.
Yeah.
Let me see how many books I can buy.
There you go.
Well, Pinky is an artist. At 5 years old, she is an artist. And she ran out of paper.
She ran out of paper.
She drew on the TV.
So this number four
I
prize.
Keep the cash. I need the
Keep
TV.
the cash.
Especially since football season is
Why
I
the
need
cash?
the TV.
The $3,500 in cash, you know how much TVs I can
But
I can
That's TV with a
Give
weed.
me the weed. I think I can buy about $10.
buy the timber.
Oh yeah, let's
Now listen,
go.
I
Big
no,
spender.
I can tell you I can buy about $10, right? But I can tell you, when I win, I don't want nobody say I gotta donate this money back to the group. I am donating this to my personal party fund.
That's good. Straight to your coffin.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I can buy about $10.
all right. So we just want to be clear. One family's having a raffle. It's on the 26th. The drawing will be happening, and everybody is open to participate. They can take a chance at winning this raffle. But this morning or today, they're going to be at the Super Value locations. Run through those locations one more time
So
for me,
the
please.
locations are Super Value Renton, Super Value Cable Beach, Super Value Golden Gates, and there's one more Super Value.
Mackey Street.
Mackey Street.
Mackey Street.
And if you're unable to catch us there today, we will still have books on sale on the 26th at the raffle drawing, because that will take place between 1 to 6. We're going to have a Junkanoo rush at 5 shortly after the drawing. The drawing will be held at 5 o'clock at our practice site, July 26th.
July 26th. That's next week, Saturday.
Correct.
If somebody wants to get a book delivered, they can call the number 376-9446. The book will be delivered to you. The books are $50. They got 10 tickets inside of it. Come out and support this cultural initiative that One Family is having at this time. I'm excited because I know I could beat Bastian with getting my prize.
Big man.
Run through those prizes one more time before we go to our break, please.
$2,000 cash is the grand prize. $1,000 cash is the
Thousand,
second.
no H.
The
Thousand.
third is $500. The fourth is a 55-inch television.
Don't worry about that part.
The fifth is
I
$20.
that good.
I
Thanks.
get on my first tree. I went on the first tree.
$200 gift certificate to Super Value, $200 gift certificate to Kelly's, and $100 gift certificate to Ruben's.
Kelly's, that sound like white glue.
No, all I can hear was Elmer's.
All I can hear is $3,500. That's all I can hear. I can buy as much glue and TV as I wish. And still have enough for cold Kool-Aid for me and Ronald December.
Well, folks, we want to thank Ms. Clark for coming in, bringing us up to date with what's going on in the Junkanoo community. We got fundraising initiatives that's happening. You're going to hear something about Genesis that's happening later in the show also. But we want to encourage you to go out there, get your raffle tickets. Call 376-9446 if you need your book.
376-9446
if you need your book delivered to you. Or find a One Family member. I'm sure they got tickets. We can make it happen for you. We want you to be a part of this initiative. Folks, we run into our first break. And when we get back, we're going to introduce our show and our guest formally for this morning. We'll be right back. From the Junkanoo archives on the Junkanoo timeline, the era was the 1950s. The route of the Junkanoo parades was from George Street to East Street, and then back down Bay Street. What? No Shirley Street?
No.
On the other side of the road from East Street to George Street.
You wasn't born yet.
I serious. Another significant notch on the Junkanoo timeline.
That's when Bay Street was long.
And wide, honestly.
No, that's when you ain't had on no cardboard. That's why Bay
Just
Street.
big, long, and wide.
Yes, but your costumes were smaller.
Yeah.
So
That's why.
Yeah, you could go up and down like that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you back in the Junkanoo shack. The 240. Oh Lord, I all mixed up this morning. And we are supposed to be having the other two honorees from Independence as our special guests this morning, Lord Ash Ferguson and Mr. Monroe. Sorry, Wilson is supposed to be here. Mr. Clint Wilson, no, he was there last week.
Dennis, that's been
Dennis Muff ramming. Oh Lord, I need my bottle for Troy.
Boy, see, I didn't say it.
The bottle with the one cup.
The one cup. Yeah.
But on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, we do hope that at some point the remaining two honorees will join us. We want to pay tribute to them as we have to the two last week, and it was a wonderful show, and we will have Linda and Clint back on separately because they have such rich stories to tell, and no doubt the two who are supposed to be here this morning have rich stories as well. But in the meantime,
but Alim, just before we leave that note about that, last week and every time we interview the honorees that the JDA honors, one of the things that stands out to me is the amount of history. The amount of history that these people are walking around with. And I want to encourage them. I want to encourage the JDA to unearth this history.
It's in the process.
We need a book from these people. We need extensive profiles. We need these things because it's so much. Even when I say the history, Ronald had on the Region Bell
that was a wonderful
this morning. They're celebrating 77 years.
I saw them outside.
And
I got a photo.
I should have thought of that, Darren.
When you talk about them talking about their personal life, they're also walking you through the history of the country.
Exactly.
And with the honorees, we need to start documenting these things, and we're going to find as we document their lives, they're going to give us the insight and document the historic events
the JDA
that we may have forgotten.
Is doing that, if only to collate the what is read.
The biographies, yes. Okay.
The abridged biographies,
Okay.
because they always submit a whole lot more information, but we have to cut it down to be read in a few minutes. And that is definitely what the JDA plans to do, because like you say, and also we have a responsibility. You can't just collect that information, as you were saying, and leave it there. We owe future generations that information that will be lost if we don't do it.
Correct.
So yes, we are obligated to do that.
Wonderful. But we can go on from there.
Yes. So while we await the arrival of the two honorees, whether they come or not, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, we are going to open our lines to you as an open line. There seems to be a lot happening in the Junkanoo community as we speak, and we want to hear from you. If you want to give us a call, please call us in New Providence. I know you don't hear the gap seed. 325-5403.
But he's used that way no more. Gossip.
325-5404, 325-5405, and in our family of islands, 1-242-300-8255. Give us a call.
So you're trying to send me there's some news in the street, word on the street, some things rumbling in the community of some sort?
What's going on?
Well, right now, as we talk about what's going on in the Junkanoo community, everybody would have been hyped from the Independence Day parade, and the next big parade or the next street parade would have been Fox Hill. And with the Fox Hill parade is a little bit more scaled down in terms of some smaller groups. It's a smaller rushing route. I think Fox Hill is actually a more intimate rushing around the parade right there in the Fox Hill community. However, there was some story that was breaking that if you don't know, there's something being, I guess what came to the airways, where there's a Junkanoo authority that's being, I guess, talked about or actioned, or some type of information that was broke on one of the news carriers this week. And I think there's some mixed reviews. Some people are talking about it at this time. There's very little information in terms of what this authority would be proposing to do or what would be their responsibilities. But I think one of the things that have a lot of people questioning what's going on is that the JCNP has been running both parades for the last 21 years.
So hold on. What is the story again?
There's a Junkanoo authority that is being proposed.
And what is this authority supposed to do?
The news, what's in the news is that it's a move that could dissolve the Junkanoo Corporation of the Bahamas.
The JCNP.
Yes.
Calgari's.
which has independently governed the parades for more than 2 decades.
Okay.
And it understands that there's a draft bill was presented to the Junkanoo stakeholders during the meeting on Thursday.
On Thursday. That's the JCNP's regular meeting.
No, that would have been a special call meeting.
Okay.
All right. According to sources familiar with the matter, the proposal sparked heated debate, with some group leaders expressing strong opposition to the idea.
You know anything about what was in the proposal?
No, I don't know what was in the proposal. I understand that it was a closed door meeting for only chairmen or leaders of Junkanoo organizations. So JCMP members were quote unquote not allowed at that special call meeting.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
So let's do this. When did the JCNP? Let's start with the JCNP, right? Then we can get to whatever the story is. When was the JCNP formed, and why was it formed?
From what I know, the JCNP was formed in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, 2004. 2004. That will make it 21 years this year.
Okay.
It was formed to take the responsibility of executing the parades of Boxing Day and New Year's Day in New Providence, to take responsibility of that, which they have been doing independently for the past 21 years.
So for 21 years, Junkanoo was quote-unquote governed in New Providence.
Yes.
By the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence,
Correct.
And who are the members of the JCNP?
Every organization that participates in New Providence is a member of the JCNP at this time.
Every Junkanoo organization.
That's correct.
So I like to think then that. So how are decisions made at the JCNP level currently?
Democratically, all decisions have to be laid on the floor. All the organizations vote based on how it affects the division. Meaning this: if there's a decision that just affects the B division, then only the B division votes on that decision. If it affects A votes on that. If it affects the whole parade as a whole, everybody votes on that. That's how it takes place at the JCNP. All right, so there isn't anybody that dictates as to what happens. Everything, decisions are made on the floor, and it's brought to the body, and the body votes.
All right, so against that now, right, based on what you know about this new proposal, right, how will what is now potentially change?
Well, right now, if we look at it as what has potentially changed, if we go back just a step prior to the JCNP taking over, the parades were run by the National Junkanoo Committee, would have been the NJC. At that time, one of the things that we may have been called into question or was debated was, how do you be a part of the NJC? The NJP, most of the times, not most of the times, is an appointed committee. And so a lot of people call into questions the motives or the agendas of the people that was actually appointed on these committee. Do you feel as though you have a fair shake on the decisions that's being made from people that is appointed and not voted in? All right. Most times when you have people that are appointed to a position, you're there to carry out the mandate for the people that appoint you. Not so much as giving the people who are involved or the masses that participate open or a fair input as to what happens. So some of the things that you asked what would change is, now is the question is, will there be an open floor where things can be voted on?
But I will argue, though, that Junkanoos can't get it together anyway.
Okay.
Right? So why why go through the quote-unquote motion of having a body, and I'm being the devil's advocate here. Not that I was working for the devil at all. Right? But
You seem very comfortable.
I am only asking questions.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. Say that again, Ronald?
Say that. And being comfortable working in that role.
Hey, Ronald?
Yeah.
Hey, Ronald? Only because they didn't bring the cup.
Ronald, you know I can't behave.
So,
Just a minute. I missed something.
What's that?
I had to go do some drops. What is the source of this new concern?
Go ahead, Farrington.
There's a source of a new concern that there is a Junkanoo authority that is being proposed. According to this news clipping that is out now, a Junkanoo authority, tensions are rising within the Junkanoo community following a government proposal to establish a new Junkanoo authority, a move that could dissolve the Junkanoo Corporation of the Bahamas, the JCNP, which has independently governed the parades for the last 21 years. That is the concern. Your question, Bastian, you were saying that...
So some may argue
Yes.
that you all Junkanoos can't get it together anyway to govern your own affairs.
After 21 years.
Can I ask my question?
I just want to make sure I understand.
Yeah.
After 21 years, we can't get it together.
Can I ask my question,
Yes,
please,
ask,
ma'am?
please.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So some may argue that you all Junkanoos can't get it together anyway. Put you all in a room. You can't collectively make a decision to walk outside together. Right?
I'll let you
So
continue.
perhaps this authority is necessary to ensure that there is order in the Junkanoo community. Perhaps that is the intent. I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Now
you want to chime in?
No, I'm scared. I got a big master lock on my mouth. Yeah, I'm being very careful here.
Well, when you look
How
at...
do you say they can't get it together after 21 years of success? Think about it.
What do you call success?
Success has been parades where there have been no major controversies other than grumbling about who win and who lose. The parades have been...
You sure you want to go down this road?
Yes.
Okay, let's go
The
there.
parades have been properly and well managed, but there's a deeper issue.
What is the deeper issue?
The deeper issue is self-governance and self-determination. The deeper issue is empowering our people to make decisions for themselves. That's the deeper issue. We do not want to go back to where we are being dictated to by anybody who ain't us. Those parades belong to the people who create them. Don't let's get mixed up between Junkanoo, which belongs to the people of the Bahamas. Those parades belong to the people who create them. There's a difference. So you come in to tell me how to manage my work that I volunteered to do. I'm not paid. So why don't I have the sense and the brains to do it as I have been doing it for the past 21 years? It makes no sense. I need somebody to explain
you
to
may
me.
be managed by somebody who's one of y'all.
What you
What
mean?
are you talking about?
Who's y'all?
Junkanoo.
I
You
don't
may be managed by a
understand.
Junkanoo.
I'm
The authority. I cannot speak to it, and I ain't carrying water for nobody.
Yeah.
Right? But let's just assume or presume that the authority would be made up of Junkanoos. Let's presume
But we have that already. Why are we, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Why
How
are
can
we...
you say it ain't broke?
What is
What's
broke?
broken?
You ain't
Every year,
explained
hold on.
yet.
Every year,
Yes.
after every parade.
Okay.
Hold on, don't get antsy. Give me a minute. After every parade, you all run up in the paper. This one get robbed. That one get robbed.
Of course.
This thing ain't happened.
Absolutely.
That thing ain't happened.
Nothing ain't happened.
Right?
Other than
Every
sour
year.
grapes.
every
Hot
year.
and sour grapes.
Yeah, let's go back to what's the mandate of the JCNP though. The JCNP.
What's the mandate of the
The
JCNP?
JCNP.
See, that's why I asked you all those questions in the,
Yes.
in
The
initially.
mandate-
And see, that's why I had my mouth pinned. You like to cause upset.
The mandate of the JCNP is to execute to make sure that the parades of the Boxing Day parade and the New Year's Day parades happen
In New Providence.
in New Providence.
Yeah, only New Providence.
In the last 21 years, have that happened?
How's that happen?
Yes, in the last 21 years.
What did you say the mandate is again? I want to hear you
To
say it
execute,
slowly.
to make sure that there's two parades that take place: the Boxing Day parade and the New Year's Day parade.
And the question is what?
Has that taken place in the last 21 years?
Yes, we have
Yes.
had parades in the last 21 years.
Okay.
Consistently.
Yes.
With the exception of the COVID
COVID.
years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Which the JCNP
when
can't
we
be
had
blamed
our
for.
virtual parade.
Yes.
and so now it brings into question, right? And so it goes back on the backdrop in this. In order to have those successful parades, there has to be some type of administration that the JCNP has that's going on to bring that type of
That works.
to bring that type of thing to
You
execution.
asking or you telling?
I'm asking. There has to be some work that they're doing to make it happen. They don't just wake up and say everybody show up.
I-
on the
Talking
stage.
21 years.
I would imagine.
Yes.
I would imagine that there was some work that is done to ensure that happens. Yes.
Okay, so now the question now is this.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that the people, and this JCNP is made up by the participants, they're representatives from each organization in this organization called the JCNP. So if they're governing themselves, being able to carry out and execute these mandates that was given to them in 2004, what is the problem? Why, as you want to quote unquote strip them of these responsibilities?
Like
After
I say,
21 years with no noticeable challenge or issue. I'm just trying to understand what led us to this point.
I can't ask. I say I can't carry water for nobody. I'm only asking questions.
Right, exactly.
Right, I'm only
And that's a
asking
question
questions.
that I asked.
You know, you all sure you all got it together, and you all can't even get the judging system right.
Okay,
me a
I
break.
glad
Why
you.
don't they give you a
No, I'm
break?
glad you
No,
put that
give
in
me a
there.
break.
But I
No,
want.
you cannot
You
say that.
know your people. You know whoever the
Me?
judges. Yes. You know,
I don't know nobody.
You know
Or
whoever
anybody.
the judges are. At the end of the day, there's going to be some problems. You know that.
I know this?
That's yes.
What do you mean,
That's
Farrington?
in
Farrington, you
no,
know that?
you. That's in our nature. You
I mean-
know that.
When you look, yeah, we're gonna run to this break. When you look at the pageants, people will say, "Oh, that person ain't supposed to win. This person ain't supposed to win."
Yeah.
Anytime that there's a competition, and you're
Yes,
dealing from
yeah.
we're gonna run to this break. Before we run to this break, Ms. Williams is saying it's not a perfect system, but it's our system
Amen.
for us by
By
us.
us.
We're running to this
Amen,
break
Ms.
into it in
Williams,
I
the
will
I
do.
get back to you.
I
We're
will
turning into
do.
Jungle
I
242.
will do.
We'll be right back.
Absolutely. She hit the nail right on the head. It mightn't be perfect.
From the Junkanoo Library, filed under T with tissue paper, terrific, and tenacity.
He is out of order this morning.
Before crepe paper took over our parades in the late 1950s, tissue paper was the main medium of costuming. Imported in limited colors, red, white, and blue. They were the main colors on the parades, and the softness of the paper did not allow for intricate designs of today's Junkanoo. And the greatest drawback to the tissue paper was that it was also very flammable.
Oh my.
Fire.
Don't eat that drum
Many a
near your
desperate
costume.
Junkanoo jumped overboard at French George Dock
Oh yeah.
to put out that drum fire
Oh yeah.
that had lit up their costumes. Our Junkanoo. Constant D-R-A-M-A. And I'm turning it over back to Steve.
Man overboard. That's all they say. Welcome
I know.
back.
Fire! But can you imagine?
We can laugh now, but that wasn't funny. Chippy tell me a couple stories about that. People had to literally jump in the water when their costumes caught fire.
Man, think about it. You using kerosene oil.
Yes.
Inside the basement.
Yes,
Yes.
to make sure them rat don't eat your costume.
Put the mic up to you, too. All right, great. So, all right, welcome back to Junkanoo242. The whistle blowing, we're all lined up, and now it's time for our first lap. Please.
Now, you line up under the JCNP and JC or the authority?
Now you see,
I'm asking the question.
The people
we
that
always line up under Junkanoo242. Could you settle down?
I'm only asking the questions I'm getting on my phone.
You like excitement? Okay, well let's.
I'm asking the questions I get on my. Am I not permitted to ask my questions?
Please read the questions that come in via Facebook.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's do that.
WhatsApp,
go ahead,
however you get in there.
Yeah.
That's Eric.
So we have a lot of people who are saying that it's not a perfect system, but it's run by us.
The current system
yeah.
under the JCNP.
All right, and I think as we look at it, when we look at it, we be fair. It takes time and it takes I want to say, quote unquote, in some areas, some maturity before you get
maturity
before you get to different levels as to what needs to happen in any system. When we look at most competitions, where it's a quote unquote from an artist standpoint of view, there's always going to be people saying, "Oh well, this person should have won." That's your opinion from your standpoint.
But let us also not forget.
Yes.
We tend to forget that Junkanoo covers the spectrum of the Bahamian population. We have from straw vendor to shop clerk to fisherman to doctor to lawyer and Indian chief.
Prime Minister.
To the Prime Minister. We have everybody, so it's not like we are a bunch of dumb people running around here who don't know what to do or how to manage our affairs. I think that is what, I don't want to use the word offensive, but that is what rubs a lot of people. Why would people from the outside believe they could run our affairs better than us?
But you're
I
making
don't understand that.
Arlene, I believe you're making an incorrect assumption.
Okay, tell us what.
You just made the comment.
Yeah.
Why, and I quote, why would people from the outside come in and tell us how to run our affairs?
Yes.
End quote.
Please
Correct.
tell me.
How do you know how do you know people will be from the outside?
But if
I propose, I suggest that the people, and you know what? Let me don't go there. Maybe they will be from amongst us.
So
And-
we
and
already
they're
have
amongst
that.
us. We already
So
have
why
one.
are you recreating the wheel then? Why are you recreating the wheel
Yeah.
if the people from within are already running
Maybe
their
the
own
wheel.
parades?
Maybe the wheel needs extra
Man,
oil.
stop,
Maybe
man.
the wheel
According
needs
to
more
who?
ball bearings.
According to who?
Maybe the
Stop,
wheel needs a
stop.
bigger tire.
Then we'll
Who
go
knows?
to the mechanic. We don't need the mechanic to take our car.
325540345.
No, and I like your questions, and it gives very much good insight to it. Ms. Williams goes on to say, are the Junkanoos tired of governing and improving?
No.
All right. And it Darlene's point is these people are doing what they have in place. They're governing themselves. They have a mandate. They're making sure that they follow it out. And the point that Arlene, you're saying, what if it's one of us? Yeah, we've been government.
What if it is one of us?
To do what?
Yeah, that's
what-
not the point.
what could
It's
they
the
do that we're not
principle.
doing right now?
Exactly. That's
Maybe.
it's the principle.
Maybe bring more order to a system that may
Man, could you
be broken.
Could you stop? What is broken? Nothing is broken.
I
There were
I
greater.
don't
Look here.
agree with you on that.
There were greater controversies. Let's not go too deep.
don't dig it up.
No. Let's not go too deep. Let's not remember those newspaper clippings I have of when there was when the parades were being run by the NJC, and a certain very prominent, legendary Junkanoo group leader showed up in the ministry's office to sit there, staged a one-man
This is time
sit-in.
with the
Let's please now. Don't. We haven't had incidents like that since that since the JCNB took over. Don't have selective memory around here, because some of us got the files.
Pull the files.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Junkanoo. How are you?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
This call could be a problem.
Three quick points.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
The aqua jackets that y'all give out for independence,
Sir.
were there ever a husband and wife that won?
Not at the same time. Aqua jacket.
No, not at the same. Not at the same time.
No, I'm not saying at the same time, but there is a couple that has one of them has the jacket.
I think that might be true.
And I don't know, I'm just trying to find out. I just thought about it last week.
Yes, there might be one. I'll have to research that. I don't want to say yes and then my memory is faulty.
Okay.
Pull the file.
I'll pull the file.
That's just next week.
Yes, sir. My homework.
Now, the lady that y'all had on last week, that Bella,
Yes.
I wanted to speak with her, but I see she was having a little phone
Yeah.
thing.
Challenges, yes.
Listen to me. You remember the competition that was trying to talk about with the Bellas for, I think it is Lord Frog?
Yes, correct.
That is sex.
Yes.
Yeah. She sounded like she could be a good part in that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We ain't want no drums. We can let them ring there to some music on a CD or something.
What?
Now, there's another lady. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her. She runs with Roots, Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
That's a lady, but she rings like. She don't ring now, ring, she ring like that.
Mm-hmm.
She
Wow.
runs with Roots. She don't be up to the front, but you could hear her good.
Yes.
Goldie, she has some cold locks.
Yes, I think I've seen her before.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
So I'm trying to get these women together with this Bella thing.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that Darren those could get a spot in the Goombay Festival and maybe let's do it then.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's something to think
But
about.
he said, all
Now,
the women who said they could drink there, they ain't discriminating nobody. Everyone. And we can get them a little price,
what to do is you have to present that proposal to the Ministry of Tourism that organizes the Goombay Festival. See what they say.
I think it has merit.
Yes, give it a try, man. Don't let it die right here.
They tell me they hear women beating bass drum and all now.
Yeah,
Oh
bro.
yeah, man.
So we need to point these women out, man. Let's give them they couple minutes of fame.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Notice it if they're in a group rushing. But then you do it like on a stage individually.
Yes.
It brings more greeting to it. It brings more
Attention.
life to it.
Absolutely.
Darren, the rich Darren.
Oh, gee. You ain't gonna live that down. The rich Darren.
Lord, I received that.
Rich Darren.
Yeah.
Okay, let's work on that because there's a lot of things. Junkanoo shouldn't just be New Year's and Christmas,
That's right.
You should have a Junkanoo something every quarterly, something to do with Junkanoo.
That's a good point.
Agreed.
We agree.
Let's do Junkanoo.
We agree.
If you're in the hospital like Christmas and New Year's, I mean you can't get them on Junkanoo than next Christmas and New Year's.
You better walk down the Shirley Street.
You-
I see them lying out.
Tell them push you by Zion or something.
I see them lying up and hear them go,
Amen. That's a good one.
That's right. Work on that, Miss Martin. Let's see if we can get a competition, especially a balance competition with just the women, man.
Yeah, you got to call the Ministry of Tourism if you're thinking Goombay Summer. We have no authority over Goombay Summer. You got to call tourism.
As a step, we as Junkanoo, we could do our own thing, man. As Junkanoo, we could do our own thing.
Yes.
That's a good way for a Junkanoo group to make some money for them when they route to pay.
True.
I agree.
True.
They could, whoever do it, they can sell their own T-shirts, they have, they fly. How one family day with a competition, man. I think y'all leave a PR man for one family.
You offering your services, eh?
That's for freedom.
That's it right there. See, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Show me the money. We appreciate you.
Hold on. You said you had 3 points. That was 2 just now.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah.
You think the bandits can make it this year?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The bandits, them,
I don't know if he. I don't know. I think Arlene can tell us.
I am trying to find my list of honorees right now. Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
Man, you gotta give one jacket.
I'll double check. We'll take that as a nomination early.
Come on, Z.
Yeah.
Z Bombibolo.
Z
Ziuzaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Z.
No, that's it.
All right.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your calls.
Well, you
Thank
go
you
throw the
so
rock
much.
and then break off running.
Throw plenty big rock.
Let's start fight. All right.
Last one was really big.
Yes, last one was really big. But you made some good points about highlighting the lady participants in the back line itself, and from being out there shooting, carrying the parade live on Independence. He's correct. I'm seeing a lot more ladies in the back line in terms of not just ringing bells, but beating the drums, the tom-toms, and the bass from various different different spectrums.
You know, I'll tell you a secret. We were surprised.
But there ain't gonna be no secret after this.
No, it ain't gonna be no secret. We were surprised, but we smiled, but we were pleasantly surprised when we created One Family in 1993. Kelly was 10.
Wow.
And she said, I want a drum. And she, Boxing Day 1993, lined up in One Family's back line with her drum. And I believe she was one of the first female drummers on Bay Street. I'm not sure.
You have the photo to prove it.
I have. Oh, we got the photo to prove it. But it's incredible how I say that to say some females are just attracted to the drum and do not see that as a solely male, you know. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, teacher Allen.
Good morning, we're listening.
Two and a half, one common goal, and that's where the best.
Yes, sir.
That was happening.
All's well.
And the other one.
Farrington.
Yeah, man, we good.
The chief taking those
Oh, gee. Huh? Now let me hear this.
Now you want to ask some very important questions this morning.
Yes, sir.
I kind of respectfully, I'm not following Teacher Ferguson this morning because Darren put it distinctly that how you know that the new association would not be led by Junkanoos themselves. As I understand it, that members of the JCNP have appointed position, that they will be appointed to this new authority. Okay? Now, 21 years, yes, I've been in Junkanoo all my life, and the JCNP has done a remarkable job with those parades. I must give them that. But I can be real. As of late, it seems as if somebody was standing to the wrong corner. I don't know if it's a group or the groups themselves or ignorance started to set in or somebody get big-headed and started to run a dictatorship style democracy. But when you have groups making up rules as they go outside of their constitution and doing things and persuading people to go along with it, when you have chairmen that would come on the parade, their chairmanship closed 2 months ago. The authority is supposed to take over the parade, but they on the parade in their t-shirts, making up rules and no, there's a no penalty parade over the PFP and all of those stuff, and then you have a chairman making up rules that courts are supposed to be making up those rules. Section 4 of the agreement between the government of 2016 and the JCMP says, Section 4, that the final decision for the parade will be left up to the Ministry of Youth and the Minister. But when you have an entity the government can't say nothing, the courts can't say nothing to me. And then to make it all worse, when you take a shot at the government and say no parade, you know how much millions of dollars that would have cost this country in hotel rooms, family vacation, this and that seating arrangement, and everything to make frivolous and loose statements like that. That sounds like that place or that anything else going awry. That's what that sounds like to me.
Okay.
But
And to mitigate against that this year, other behaviors will assume that responsibility.
Oh, okay.
but Goatskin,
Yes, sir.
as I recall it, and I think as Farrington articulated this morning, the decisions of the JCNP
Correct.
are democratic in nature,
The majority decisions of
and
everybody
they
sitting
are
around the
made
table.
and they are made by the
Why
Junkanoos
this attack on
themselves,
the chairman?
Yes.
not the chairman. The chairman's voice, the chairman only gets his voice based on the votes that would have
This
occurred
decision made by the
previously,
body.
or the decisions made by the body. So he will go to the public and he will say the position of the JCNP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is under the direction of the wider body. That's what I understand.
You are
Am
correct.
I correct?
You are correct.
That is the way it is supposed to work.
No, that's the way it works.
So
Particular chairman, it doesn't because
No.
no, that
No,
so
no.
you trying to tell
No.
me that the whole Junkanoo community sits there and lets the current chairman misrepresent
that is not
them,
true.
and nobody says anything, man? Come on, man. You know better than that.
finish my statement.
You know better than that.
If you would let me finish my statement,
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna have to explain it when I say anything.
Go ahead.
When you can have a meeting Thursday night to express what's going on, and Friday morning, you go to the newspaper and make a statement for boycott. I don't think that's correct, because I know plenty of the group leaders that ain't in same stride with the JCNP. And I know he did not, because I spoke to two of them this morning. I asked them for their consensus to making that statement. So boycott again. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Any further questions, Your Honor?
I still contend
Joking.
that the position that the current chairman
Pause.
held or spoke to were definitely in line with the votes and decisions made at the JCNP level.
Well, let me tell you why.
I stand on that.
Let me tell you why.
But the chairman isn't here to acquit himself, so
No, but that's okay. You speak in general common knowledge. Let me tell you why I respectfully disagree with yours. Let me tell you why. Because the Valley Boy, way forward, for a better lack of the word, is now a membership of the JCMB.
Uh-huh.
And there is no way under the sun Chairman Trevor Davis could agree with something like that. No.
Well, but he could be in the minority.
Exactly.
He is not there
He's
to
not totally
control all the other leaders. He could be the only one who feels that way.
I think you showed your hand
Come
on
on,
this one.
man. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I
come
think
on.
you showed your hand on this
we,
one.
We agree to disagree on this because you won't throw the baby out with the bathwater. All these little issues
And the
could
tub.
be and the tub. All of these little issues could be dealt with. Come on, man. Come on.
There is no way the particles and the music makers could agree to something like that.
Okay.
but then they may be in the, like Arlene said, they may be in the minority.
Yeah, really, man. Come on.
Pardon
Come
me?
on. Why do we always seek to destroy ourselves? I don't understand it. We got this mentality where we constantly pull ourselves down. Come on, man.
Caller, I take into credit,
Come
and
on.
I take into credit exactly what you said and the points that you've made, but I also want you to understand as though, because the organization, the JCMP, operates in such a way, if there's anything running awry, any of the organizations have the chance to take the JCMP to the court if it's running against its rules. And none of them has opted to do that. So obviously it shows, general knowledge shows that they are operating within their rights, within how it's supposed to be operating in.
And let me make this other point about...
Oh, well, I can't help you if you decide not to take action.
Yeah.
So everything else is speculation.
Mm.
No problem. You don't have to, but I think the proof is evident that obviously none of them have taken the organization to court because they don't have a leg to stand on. It's operating the way it should operate. Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
100%.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Folks, we're going to run to this break. When we get back, we want to hear from you. 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405, and from our family violence, 1-242-300-8255. Y'all got junk.
Examples of excellence. He had been born in that area of New Providence called the Valley, and he has been a Valley boy all of his life. The Right Honorable Perry G. Christie, the third Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, is a pure Junkanoo at heart. With visionary passion in the year 2004, he challenged the Junkanoo community to assume responsibility for its own parades, the parades that they create. His foresight and vision led to the formation of the Junkanoo Corporation New Providence Limited, representative of all participants in the major parades. And the Junkanoo community has lived up to his confidence in them by successfully managing the annual parades from then until now, all because of the vision of one man. The Right Honorable Perry G. Christie, this week's inductee into the Junkanoo242 Shack of Excellence.
Welcome back. You're listening to Junkanoo242. It's the second lap. In case you didn't know, we are in the E-Shack and we talking all day Junkanoo. People let me say they...
We under the canal.
Under the drip, eating stew barracuda.
Yes, stew barracuda.
Not me, dear.
No, I fool him down, Ali. You on your
I
own.
will live to take you all to the hospital.
Somebody got to tell the story.
And they're having a sample of what's in Arlene's cup.
You can name that one, dog.
See, when everybody, when you start this show, but what's in your bowl, you got to ask, what's in the cup?
Ladies and gentlemen, our honorees did not make it this morning, the last two honorees from Independence, and we do hope to have them moving down. And so we decided this morning to have an impromptu discussion on the very topical issue that has arisen in the past few days pertaining to the government's proposal to bring Junkanoo under one umbrella, and that includes the two parades in New Providence that are currently and have been managed for the past 21 years by themselves, by the Junkanoo Corporation New Providence Limited. So we want to hear your comments. If you want to call us and you are in New Providence, 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405, and in our family of islands, good morning, 1-242-300-8255.
I have another question.
Okay.
He doesn't sell enough upset.
No, he's asking questions.
I know.
So, the JCNP, all right. So now what happens if this authority were to come to be, what then now would happen with the NJC?
I have no idea whether they would remain a parallel organization or whether they are merged into the... I haven't seen any paperwork.
Is the NJC functional at this point?
Yes,
the
they are.
best of my
They do?
knowledge, they
Yeah.
Yes.
manage
What
all
do
of
they
the
do?
manage all of the family island parades and manage
Junior
Junior
Junkanoo.
Junkanoo.
Speak into that microphone. You gotta put that mic in front of you.
Manage in which way? In which way?
Manage.
They're responsible for organizing when their parades take place, who's registered to parade, the dates, stuff like that. So they do the administrative work that's necessary to make sure that their parades take
How
place.
are they relevant to the New Providence parades?
Actually, they're
They're not.
They're not.
And
They're
that
not.
could be a part of the issue.
That's not their mandate.
No, they don't have, and you know that comment that was made about, somebody made a comment about the government should take charge of the parades that they underwrite. You know, Dr. Nicolette,
Underwrite.
Yeah, well, that wasn't their word, but that they pay for,
Mhm.
and you know,
Pay for.
Dr. Nicolette Bethel's study
Uh-huh.
a few years ago showed that these parades cost millions of dollars.
How much
and
millions? How many
I
millions?
think her figure was what, 27, 28 million, and the government
Per
put in
annum.
less than 3. And I'm being generous with that. And so, you know, we are not paid for what we do. I don't want us to get mixed up now. We are not paid. Nobody pays us to do what we do. So when I hear all that talk, but the Ministry of Tourism and all this Junkanoo movement springs from the ground. This is the people. We pay for our own costumes, we beg the money for what we don't have personally. And so, you know, I really don't want to hear about who else paid for what, because nobody paid for my costume. Nobody.
Hold on.
Or for you to go rush.
Hold on.
Exactly. Or for me to no, I don't perform. I rush.
To rush.
You can't pay me to rush. No, you can't.
So, who ensures that the lights are on Bay Street?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I'm making. The government
Who
contributes
ensures
under $3 million,
$1
but they contribute. But it is a fraction of what the parades cost. You try to quantify the amount of man hours thousands of Junkanoos spend to get to those parades, working on their costumes, and you will start to see paying for the lights, paying for the police, paying for all of these other things is minuscule compared to what the Junkanoo community spends.
I know I take your point on that. So what I am anxious to see is when this proposal is, I guess, brought further into the light, so to speak. I'm anxious to see how the Junkanoo community will act or respond in earnest. Because based on Arlene's point, Junkanoo belongs to the people,
who create
the Junkanoo parades.
The parades. Get it
belong to the people. Yeah, that's why I corrected myself.
Uh-huh.
You know, the Junkanoo parades belong to the people that create them.
Yes.
So if the people that create these parades are in full, well, I guess. If the people who create these parades have, if the majority, I presume, well, I can't even ask that question like that. You know what? Let's go to our phone.
Good morning, hello.
Let me
You
be careful
mixing
with that.
yourself right
No,
up.
I got to be careful how I ask that question.
Okay.
Good morning, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I heard something about something as if the government is contemplating taking over the Junkanoo rail. What's going on? I want to be put. I look at just the thought on it is a bad idea because if you Arlene President said it correctly, the money is set to go to pay for each one of those major groups. It's substantial, and those funds come from the people who promote you. The government seed program might not even amount, like you said, to maybe 2 or 3 million at best. So that is just off the chart. We have too much politics in everything we do. We don't need politics to any extent in Junkanoo. Please, for God's sake, don't let that happen.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your call.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much.
you mean don't let that happen? How
That's
could
what
it?
he said. Don't
Yeah,
let it happen.
no. So, who would be the ones to not let that happen, or who would be the ones to
The
make that happen?
JCNP
And the the
will have to
JCNP.
take a stand and say, no, we ain't going.
Oh, okay.
See, as to add to your point where you said where the government puts money into the parades, a lot of people feel as though they put in such a big quantity of monies into the parade.
The government's contribution, in my mind, cannot be belittled. Right? I believe that they do make
You say it can't be built?
belittled.
Oh, no, we're not saying that.
Oh,
nobody's
no,
belittling it.
No.
But we are putting it into
Context.
context.
That's fine.
I also think too that part of it is because that's what they want to do.
What?
That's the contribution they
Who's
want
the
to
they?
do. The government, that's what they want to contribute. And here's why I say I make my point. My point is this, is that there's a lot of things that could be stripped away from them and put on the JCNP to cover if they had the mechanisms in place.
Okay, who's they?
Let's look at it. The JCNP, for instance, the government now pays somebody to erect the bleachers for it. That contract or whomever, put that on the JCNP. That's your parade. You organize that. You're responsible for bleachers. All right, you could erect that. If you're looking for other opportunities, there's been a lot of proposals similar to quote unquote the museum that was put down for the port. All of these various different things for the JCNP that could have been using as a funding platform for them to fund themselves.
And you see the point that
The
the
JCNP you're
gentleman,
talking about.
Yeah.
the point the gentleman made about you know how when the chairman of the JCNP talked about canceling the parades and the tourism and the heads and beds and whatnot, that is the reason why the government needs to support the JCNP when it comes to the parades, because it does have a touristic value,
Aspect
but
of it.
at its core,
Yeah.
it is for the people, by the people.
Yeah.
At its core. But he delineated the reasons why the government should contribute. Not take charge, contribute, because it has a touristic value.
As it is doing now.
As it is doing now, and we are grateful. No two ways about it. We are grateful. It is a partnership.
That's
we
it.
are grateful.
Yes.
Okay. Those are my questions for now.
You know the questions
I
for
know my
that.
questions for
Okay,
now.
great. If you want to call in 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405.
So, Farrington, I believe, you were an executive of the JCNP, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you were in a position to expand the partnership between the JCNP and the government, what would that look like?
For me, I think first of all, what needs to happen is the roles need to be quantified. That's first of all. When I say quantified, we need to be able to put a number value as to what the government does for it, so we know exactly what is needed to
But
cover
we have
that.
a number.
No, we don't.
We don't have a number.
No, we don't. No, we don't. All right.
I don't know if I
Dr.
totally agree
Nicolette,
with that.
Dr. Nico has a number in her study.
All right. Okay. Cool. So we need the present
So
day number for that.
all right, let's just say that's 3 million.
Uh-huh.
Let's just say 3 million. I don't know what the number is, but I'm sure there's a number.
For me, I would ask for the government actually to quote unquote relinquish it. All right.
Relinquish what?
Relinquish the contribution on what they put inside of it and allow the JCNP to be even more independently so they can fully function and handle all of their responsibilities. And even if they need it, I would say ask them or create opportunities for them to make monies to do things and relinquish that away from it. All right, let them run as an independent body. They've shown that they can make the parade successful. For the last 21 years, they've been paying their own rent.
Yeah. Empower. Just
You understand? They've been
empower
paying their
and
own rent.
encourage.
So relinquish contribution would mean then that the JCNP would be responsible for security. The JCNP would be responsible for lights. The JCNP would be responsible. What else does the government do?
Police, security, but
Pretty much
police,
security, right?
Fencing, stuff like
Fencing
that,
and all of those things.
and probably afterwards cleanup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to our phone lines.
Good morning, hello.
Good morning, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
I'm okay. I don't know the politics and all that thing at Junkanoo, right? I'm not kind of listening. The lady made a statement, and, you know, I never heard Junkanoo had all this problem since. I mean, I said Bali boy, I said Bali in the belly because I'm from Windsor Park area.
Yeah.
If they break up and they can't get their act together, that on them. From that start to happen, I hear all this improve, but like the lady said, Junkanoo was by the people, for the people. That's our thing. And the government is responsible to do what they're supposed. Whatever they're doing, they're supposed to do that because they are by the people. I don't see where the government come and say they want take over. Take over what? Try learn to run the ministers and leave Junkanoo just the way it is and just try and make it better. All this politics and this petty game, the thing called for. Junkanoo been dying on, like the woman said, for over those years. And they appreciate it. The government is responsible to make sure all do their part so that the tourism industry can develop for the people. All it is the people. This is our thing. I didn't run on no longer. I just wanted to express myself. And thank you all for taking
Thanks for calling, man.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your listening and we appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. Everybody gotta have a say. That's how we go.
Just our things.
Just
I
our
understand what
things.
that means.
I love that.
I don't
I
understand what
need
that
to
means.
put that on a shirt.
This
our things.
I don't understand what that means.
I need to put that on a
What
shirt.
does that mean?
DF, I want a shirt that says Junkanoo. This our things. Sounds like a plan to me.
I don't understand what that means.
Folks, we're running to our final break. When we get back, you'll hear news off the shock wall. You're tuning in to Junkanoo242. You'll be right back. And now for news off the shock wall. Happy birthday greetings goes out to Andra Gardner, who celebrates today. Also, happy birthday goes out to my niece Felicia Brown, who celebrated this week. And in the upcoming week, we want to say a special birthday goes out to Michelle James, Paul Teddy Lightborn, and AC Anthony Coakley. To you and everyone else celebrating at this time, have a happy and a prosperous new year. Of course, we invite you to contribute to the medical fund and age of Preston Lord Frog Evans of the Music Makers. Donations made can be made to Scotiabank, Soldier Road, East Street, account number 13191 in the name of Sharice Evans.
And I think next week, I don't have all the details with me, I should have. We're going to be funeralizing Cisco DaCosta.
Yes.
I don't have all of the details.
No,
so.
neither do I, but we certainly want to let his family know that they continue to be in our prayers. I believe the Saxons are having a memorial rush on Thursday evening in the parquet in Mason, and the funeral I think is Saturday. We have to get those details, but just to let everybody know that we are thinking about them as well.
All right, today we want you to go out and support One's Family raffle initiative that they're having. You can see them in Winton, Super Value Cable Beach, Super Value Mackey Street, and also Super Value Golden Gate. You can go there, sign up, get your tickets, buy your book. The drawing will be next week, July 26th, One Family Grounds. That's Market Street at their practice site. The drawing will be there at 5 o'clock. Come hang out, get something to eat, and see if you won that $2,000 cash prize next week. But you got to get your tickets. Also, we want to say that Genesis the Warhawks is having a walkathon on August 9th. All right, we'll be sure what we will do is make sure we got all of this information up on our Facebook page. And guess what? Go to our Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel, Junkanoo242. In case you missed the Independence Day Parade, the live, you can still watch it. It's still up. And the YouTube channel has the whole honorees ceremony, so you can tune in and watch it. It is Saturday, July 19, 2025. We are 22 weeks away from Bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And before we move on, let me just thank DF, because those of you who are not on Facebook may not be aware, but he is quite an accomplished videographer as well as photographer, and he does all of the technical part of Junkanoo242, and he was out there representing us Independence Morning and got some spectacular footage. And fill us in, tell us the kind of reach that footage got on
Facebook.
On Facebook. On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
We have
How many people were watching around the world?
Yes, up from then to now we're up to 47,000 people.
Whoa.
Nice.
And we have countries as far as Papua New Guinea, Guyana, Australia, South Africa, of course, United Kingdom, Canada, United States.
Incredible.
All across the globe, we get people tuning in to see what we're doing here in the Bahamas.
Beautiful. Congratulations and thanks. That is really powerful. Do we have a caller on the line?
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
The money from the government that goes to the Bahamas.
The money from where? Sorry?
Money from the bleachers, where does it go?
Oh, the bleachers.
The money, go ahead, you got it. Sorry.
Well, my understanding is, correct me now, my understanding is that the government underwrites the cost of construction of the bleachers with the understanding that the JCNP will collect the receipts to use for prize money. That's how it goes, dear?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you too for calling. We appreciate that.
Yes, you are correct. In combination, Arlene, that is how the prize money is paid in combination with the sponsors from the JCNP. So those ticket sales and what is made from or what is contributed from the sponsors, that's a part of the corporation.
So you said a minute ago that what I understood you to say is that a part of the JCNP expenses, where this money would go, would be directed, a part of the expenses is the JCNP maintains an office year-round.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And they pay for that. They pay for that. There's no stipend or injection. They pay for that from that money that they get
Frederick
from
Street.
Yes, ma'am. Norfolk House. Norfolk House. They pay for that every month.
So you have expenses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, why you laughing, dear? Why you laughing, DB?
No, let me be real with this, right?
Yeah.
I'm just really interested to see what, with all of this talk that we are getting from the Junkanoo community, I'm just interested in seeing what the Junkanoo community's position is really going to be.
Yeah, the formal position.
Yes,
and the formal response.
Yes, I'd like to see that because people, I realize that over time that people can get on Facebook and they can say what they want because technically they're anonymous. But they would never get on a public podium and say, this is how I feel about something. And I just think that, stop being a coward. If you feel a way, say how you feel, and that's the end of it. You know what I mean? But don't hide behind people and then, break off running after you say your little, after you whisper.
When the chips are down, you have to stand up and
you have to stand, man. You know what I mean?
Sadly, people are very afraid of victimization.
Yes.
And that inhibits a lot of people from saying what they really feel.
We are Bahamians, and I think that we have this.
And
we
what
just
that's supposed
no. We say this is our things, and if it's our things, we have a right to speak. I believe.
Absolutely.
That's my point.
Right. I want that on the shake. Don't think I joking with that. I want that on the shake.
I got you.
Junkanoo cross the top on this our thing and make sure you spell.
And what does that mean? What is that supposed to mean?
It belongs to us.
Belongs to us. And what does that mean?
Oh Lord.
No, I'm being very serious. What does that mean? If it's ours, what are we prepared to do for it?
It means
that's the essence of my question.
Well, let's look at it another way. We will only allow you to do anything with it if we agree, because it's our things. You cannot same way as the Bahamas is an independent nation.
Yes.
And we are self-determining and we make our own decisions. If something belongs to you, whether it's your property or your family or your Junkanoo, whatever it is, you have the authority over that. and nobody within the law, within the limits of the law, nobody can direct you. And so that's what it means. These are things. Yeah, it don't belong to this country. It don't belong to that country. It belongs to us.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
You happy with that response?
I'll defer that to my response to
He,
that.
I just want to say that Miss
he
Williams.
could write a piece
Miss
on
Williams
it.
is saying this is the first thing that she agrees with you on this morning. Yeah, you have her really upset in the comments right now with your question, and you know.
Well, he only selling upset. He only being the devil's advocate. A role that suits him perfectly.
Miss Williams, you know, we've come a long way, baby. to borrow the famous line from Virginia Slimson.
Yeah. We've come a long
Long, she
way.
says, when we say this is our thing, it means we govern it. It means we
Yes.
protect it.
Amen.
It means we nurture it and we grow
Amen.
it. It means we are responsible
Hey, that's
for
somebody
it.
saying that.
It is
You read
ours to keep.
that? Amen. Better than I
That
could
was-
ever say it.
That is what has been
Amen.
sent to us.
Absolutely.
What I mean to love and serve the Lord.
Amen. Go in peace.
Go in peace. No, but I think what we did this morning is very healthy.
Yeah, and it's interesting how it has unfolded because it was unplanned. Because, you know, for whatever reason, our guests were not able to come this morning, but this definitely was not planned.
Right.
But, you know, their not showing coincided with this very topical issue. And we've heard some wonderful comments from across the spectrum.
And I mean, you know, we will not always agree, right? And
No.
that's just the nature of humans, right? We're not going to always agree, but at least let us have the respect for each other to disagree amicably.
Yes.
Right, at the end of the day.
Yes.
Nothing is said to hurt or to cause any issues, but we
That's
just
right.
disagree.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
We
right.
just disagree, and that's
Absolutely.
that's fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, our time is winding down. If you want to get in one last quick call, what are those numbers?
325-5403, 325-5404,
We wrapping it up.
325-5405.
You know something, Olive?
Mm-hmm.
You always ask this question at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you would like to see for Junkanoo in 2000?
We do a wish list at the beginning of every year.
We do a wish list.
Yeah. What do we wish to see?
Why don't you ask that in July?
What do we wish to see for the second half of the year?
Yeah.
So that's a good, maybe we should do that next week.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, get your wish list ready. We are going to put that on the docket. What is it that we really want for our Junkanoo? What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to achieve? Before we get to the parades this year, and the phone calls are coming in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Well, sir, and you?
Great. I am almost as good as you.
Thank you.
Listen, I haven't listened to the show in a while, but I just got to have a race. Don't tell nobody.
No, that's between us fellas.
It is awesome listening to you guys again, talking about the culture of the Bahamas, and talking about Junkanoo, which is our number one culture. The thing that I would like to admonish you to do is keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are doing such an excellent job, and you're enjoying doing it.
Yes, we are.
But one thing I'd like to say is we need to try to see if we could grab a hold of more of our younger people in terms of Junkanoo, in terms of our culture, in terms of holding on to our culture.
Yes.
One of the ways I see in doing it is incorporating it into the curriculum of the school.
Yes.
I'm sure you've probably mentioned this before.
No, go
But
ahead.
you have a lot of younger persons that if you say, let's listen to some music, they want to listen to reggae, they want to listen to rap, they want to listen to all other stuff.
Except.
You know, you have one or two that may say, okay, let's do some Junkanoo. You understand? But I think we need to probably just start targeting a lot of our younger people
Excellent.
in terms of getting them involved with this Junkanoo thing on a day-to-day basis.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I appreciate your
very
comments
much,
so
sir.
much. Thank you, and we will certainly take heed to your advice, especially in light of that recent report that just came out that is so disturbing. When it the report on our young people and all of the negativity, and I'm waiting for people to panic and we gotta get going and something wrong with our children, and it's business as usual. Nobody is reacting.
One other thing I'd like to say, this is my passion. Children are my passion. As a matter of fact, I have a little
Gotta be an educator.
young people on a day-to-day basis. But a lot of times we sit around and we say, what is the government doing about this, and what is the government doing about crime? Which one of the government ministers ever sits down in your house and say, Johnny, you need to do this. Tommy, you need to do that. Tommy, you need to do this. You know, nobody, none of them ever sits down there and they try to say they're solving the crime problem by implementing it. The only thing I can say I do with my children, I try to deal with them on a daily basis, keep them busy doing positive things, and they wouldn't have time
To do anything negative.
Amen.
So we need to pay attention to our children on a daily basis, on an individual level, keep them busy doing the positive things, i.e. Junkanoo, teach them how to paint, teach them how to play music, teach them how to do all the positive things. And I would put my head on the chopping block to say that crime would decrease.
Amen. Oh, what a powerful comment. Thank you so very much. And we can follow up on that. We're going to have to do a couple of shows on Junkanoo and its impact and potential for impacting young people.
Sir, before you hang up, I need to say this, and I need to say this specifically to my co-host, Mrs. Ferguson. You are definitely, I believe, you seem to be an upstanding behaving man.
I seem to be. Oh, you mean the gentleman?
The gentleman.
Oh, okay, because you say you can say this to your co-host.
Every so often, this is what I'm going to say to her. And this is why your call is so powerful. Ronald, stand by. Every so often, she gets up and she says, the best man for the job is a woman. Right? But you put her to shame this morning.
Yeah.
So I need an apology for her this morning. While I have you on this line, sir.
Don't try that. I bet you he's a teacher.
I believe he's an educator. He sounds like an educator.
Well, actually, I'm self-employed.
There you go.
But like I say, I have a youth band.
Nice.
And I teach children music in the evening.
Beautiful.
Great.
For free.
Great.
You know, and there's no strings attached. The only thing I want is to better our English. That's it.
That's good. You're doing your part.
Oh yeah, we appreciate that so much. We gonna have to talk to you further, further down. But thank you. Yeah, please leave your number with Ronald before you ring off, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything you do for our country. Thank you.
Great show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
man,
was
great
a
job.
wonderful note to end.
Yeah.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of Junkanoo242 for this morning. Totally unexpected, very exciting, and we had a wonderful time. And until next week, remember now that this is Junkanoo242, all about you wherever you are in the 242 and Papua New Guinea. And until next week, make sure now you let everything that we all do prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that we are all proud to be Bahamian. We'll see you next week.